Fighting out of the red corner, sponsored by QS Crane Hire. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for Stuart Left, Right, Good Night, Canada!
Relax, take your time. Take your time to trust in me, and you will find infinity, infinity.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, sponsored by Wild Success. A warm welcome for Calvin, the Warrior Coyles!
You know, technically, I'm not even really supposed to be here right now. So fuck it. Might as well make the most of it. Feels good. Woo! Yes, I'm lucky. Some of us don't get a second chance. But I ain't blowing this one. Nah, man. Shit, I feel like I can do anything now. Who can catch lightning in the bottle? Set fire to water, coming out the nozzle on the fire hose, fire and water.
So we're just in the final stages of preparation for the Fight 10 at the Gobsmack Perth Corporate Rumble 2021. We've got the PCB Asbestos and Demolition, I'd like to call it a Demolition Derby, but it's the Demolition Championship belt. Now this is a family-owned group that's owned and operated in Perth. The PCB is committed to delivering leading-edge and customer-focused solutions that surpass industry standards and expectations. And these guys are sponsoring a fight between the Warrior and Left Right Good Night. Both these blokes, watching him walk out, look like intimidating human beings. I'm lucky enough to be joined here by Ellie Kafanga, who fought in the PCR a couple of years ago. Welcome, Ellie.
Hello, how's it going?
Going great. Look, Ellie, I don't think either of us would like to be standing in the ring like this, but this must bring back memories from your fighting days.
Definitely, I feel like the nerves are kicking back in.
All right, so Ellie, I'm sure you're familiar with the feeling, just being a few seconds out, knowing that looking in the eye your opponent that you're about to spend the next 6 minutes with, and away they go, and straight into it.
It's always straight into it. The first round for me was the craziest, and looks
and
like
Stu
these
is
boys
wanting
are
to, Big Stu is wanting to assert his dominance early here. He's definitely wanting to try and get Calv on the back foot.
Yeah, he's definitely moving forward.
But watching the way the Warrior's moving, I reckon he's got a plan. So there's a couple of big bombs being thrown here. Both big heavyweights. There's 11 kilos that separate them. But I tell you what, I reckon both these guys are fighting taller and heavier than they actually look. And they're going for a couple of downstairs shots as well. Ellie, as I watch these guys, I know there's been 2 months of really hard work go into this, and you can just see how much training, how much prep that's taking place. What do you have to sacrifice for Perth Corporate Rumble? What do you go through?
Oh, absolutely everything. I feel like that whole 8 weeks, you just give it your all. That's all that matters to you in that time. So I'm pretty sure the boys are just going to give it their all tonight.
Absolutely, and you can just see how much they want it. We're lucky enough to be ringside, and hear and feel every punch. You get sweat dripping on you from these blokes. And there's a couple of big boys, when they're throwing bombs like this, it's a sight to see.
Definitely.
Get right by the boys, ladies and
Warning about the back of the head there.
So they're still just working their way through this, knowing that there's another 4 minutes in this fight after this round.
Oh, he went for the upper cut there.
Oh, and he's got him on the ropes now. Big Stu, he's throwing a couple of cracking punches here.
Yeah, he's definitely going for it this round.
10 seconds.
A couple of great shots here. This fight obviously meaning a lot to these guys. Quest, Crane Hire and Wild Success being big sponsors of the two individuals. And we thank them for it. Great start, great first round by a couple of the big boys from the competition.
I'm here with Millie and Maddie, event coordinators for PCR, and Mads, this event sold out in record time this year.
Yeah, it sold out in less than 24 hours. We've got over like 1,200 people here. It's been amazing.
And it seems everyone's having a great time. Millie, you must be ready for a drink by now.
It's been a great run. Yes, I am.
Well, continue on, girls. You were almost there. Congrats on such a successful evening.
Seconds out.
All right, round two underway.
Yeah, Blue's going straight into it this round.
Straight into it. Big Coyles, he's not holding back here, but equally strong is Stuart Cattanach. Now, I love hearing Stu's story. He's obviously he's had a difficulty with one of his kids being diagnosed as being on the autism spectrum disorder, and he's described to me as a man amongst men, because what he's gone and done is turned that into a positive and developed an app that can actually help people at home with children who are on the autism spectrum disorder. So we've just got to give that a shout out and massive credit to it. What we're seeing here though, Ellie, is a couple of blokes that are just going at it. Stu's really chasing Big Coyles around the ring. Got a couple of nice shots in there.
Yeah, definitely got a good right there.
Tough to call, but he's...
Back.
And they're just throwing one another around now. This is great to see a couple of the bigger boys in the Perth Corporate Rumble.
They're definitely giving it their all here. I can see a lot of heart tonight. It's great to see.
So, Ellie, this is about the 3 minute mark. We're about halfway through the fight. How are the lungs feeling at this point of the fight? You'd know better than I would.
Second round for me, I was feeling really tired. It didn't hit till the third round. I sort of had that second win, so I think the boys are feeling pretty tired right now. They'll probably have the fight in them in the last round.
Couldn't agree more, and that was my experience. But we could be wrong, because both these blokes are not holding back.
No, not at all.
You're seeing left, right, good night, trying to unleash that lethal left, right combo.
The boys are looking pretty tired. I think fitness is going to be...
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. And geez, they've been trained to the hilt. Watching the guys at weigh-in last night, you can just see how fit everyone's got over the last couple of months. It's just a massive credit to everyone that's been a part of this competition.
Yeah, I've definitely watched their journey from start to finish, and yeah, fitness levels, just watching them progress has been an amazing thing to see.
And if you can't see it on the footage at home, the cornermen are going absolutely nuts here. They're just yelling and willing everyone over the line here. One round to go, end of round two. This has been a cracking fight and really tough to call.
Adam from New Homes WA. Now, I believe you've had 4 people fight tonight, and you're one of the sponsors. Is there a twinkle that you could fight next year, do you think?
There's a massive chance we're going to fight next year. I've told Glennie that. Looking forward to it.
Fantastic. We look forward to it as well, and thank you so much for your sponsorship again. Anything for the fighters tonight?
Just enjoy it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it's one of the best things you'll ever do. Let's hope that Cody Irvine from the Wembley District Crew Club gets a win for the boys.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Adam.
Seconds out. We are just moments out. We are actually at round 3.
Round 3 in this fight for the PCB Asbestos and Demolition Championship belt. Look, we always talk about fitness in boxing, Ellie, being really important, but never more so with the big boys, because they just exert so much energy with every one of these huge punches they're throwing.
Absolutely. And you can definitely see it here tonight. The guys are definitely sucking back in that air. They're just trying to grasp their breath, try and finish strong.
But both of them are still maintaining good technique. They're holding their guard up, which just shows how hard these blokes have trained for a couple of months. And we're starting to see some really nice shots here from big Calvin Coyles, the warrior.
That overhand right.
It looks like he's had Glenn Austin in his ear. And a massive overhand right. That's a huge bomb. So you're just seeing some ascendancy coming in now from what's been an otherwise cracking fight.
I can hear Glenn yelling from that corner. He's saying overhand right, and that's what he's doing.
Whenever you see an overhand right from the blue, you know that's a Glenn Austin influence.
Glenn Austin special, they call it.
All right, not long to go in this fight, but both these guys are giving it their absolute all, which is just so awesome to see. You can see how much it means to them.
Boys are leaving nothing behind tonight. They're just going for it right to the end.
Yeah, and Ellie, you know what it's like when you've been training for 2 months and you've got a minute to go. It's all down to this, and you actually leave nothing in the tank.
Nothing at all. Anything. You're just throwing anything at this point. Just thinking, what else can I get out to make it through?
Ladies and gentlemen!
And you can't hear the crowd when you're in the ring, but the crowd is going nuts. And we're almost there. These guys fighting it out. Oh, and a couple of...
Anything they've got left, they're giving it now.
Yeah, trying a couple of big shots here. Anything to land. There's 10 seconds to go here. And you can see the sheer exhaustion on their face. It's awesome to see. Oh, and what a cracking fight that was. And you can just see these blokes, just how exhausted they are. Another awesome fight.
Well done to the boys, another outstanding bout there. Fight number 10 of the evening. We had Stuart left, right, good night. Cattanach taking on Calvin the Warrior Coyles for the PCB Asbestos Demolition Championship belt. We do have Brad here this evening. Great to see you on board, Brad. One of the wonderful supporters from the Fierce Fitness Factory. And he's helping out tonight here, representing the PCB Asbestos Demolition and presenting the championship belt. Looking $1 million as always. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have the photo booth out the front. Be sure to go and take some photos, post them up on social media, tag the Gobsmack Perth Corporate Rumble. Memories for life out of what's been a tremendous night once again here at the PCEC. A big thanks to all of our sponsors for getting right around tonight. Still got 4 cracking fights to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen, before this evening's fight night is out. And then the party will start all over. The boxers will get their opportunity to let down their hair for the first time in some time. We wheel in the DJ over the back there. They'll be spinning the decks, and you can carve up the dance floor and have yourself a wonderful evening. Judge 1 voted the contest 28 red, 29 blue. Judge 2 voted the bout 29 red, 28 blue. Judge 3 voted the bout 29 red, 29 blue. We have a draw. There haven't been too many of these in the history of the Gobsmack Corporate Rumble. It was a very even contest, and that's how it's panned out. Guys, I'll grab you both while I've got you both here together. Starting off with you, Kat. Great to see you here in the ring tonight. You played in a few games of football over the years. You ever play in a tie? Have you ever played in a tie, like a draw in a game of football?
my first tie, so.
First tie ever. This has been a special 8 weeks for you. I caught up with you last night at the weigh-in. I said you're looking incredibly fit. You told me I've lost more than 20 kilos over the last 8 weeks. What an incredible journey it's been.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, I wanted to lose the weight, and for my social enterprise worthy, I couldn't be overweight, and a big personal goal, and glad to have done that, and have a good fight tonight with Kel.
It's been phenomenal, and Calvin, mate, obviously that's been a wonderful fight between you two guys, a draw. Tell us a little bit about how the feeling is post-fight. You put it all in. What's the last 8 weeks been like for you?
It's been epic. A huge shout out to the guys. Unbelievable fucking effort. Stu was much sharper than I was expecting tonight. He had a heap of heart and just fucking kept coming, so I thought he had it. So I'm happy with the draw, but I put my heart into it, and just huge shout out to the blue team, Glenn, Ali as well over there as well. Put it on, thank you guys. It's been amazing.
And your sponsor?
Wild Success. So shout out to the Wild Success crew.
Excellent. Well done to you. Congratulations. Kat, likewise to you. Just a shout out to your sponsors tonight.
Yeah, grand friends from QS Paints and set up race up in Winter Road. So thanks for the support.
Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the boys. A wonderful bout between Stuart, left right, good night, Cattanach, and Calvin, the Warrior Coyles. A draw for the PCB Asbestos Demolish Championship belt.